Now, moving up our hierarchy from our images, we then have containers. So containers are created from our images. And we can do that with the Docker container run command, and we make reference to the image. Here we're referencing the Ubuntu image. But if we don't specify anything else, it will start up and stop straight away. So when we go through and list our containers, by default, the ls command will list running containers. We would then have to go through and use ls-a to see those that were stopped. If we want to do something with the container, we can then go through and run our container. Again, this is going to create a new one. We're not starting a container. We're assigning a name. Assigning a name means it's easier to manage. If we don't assign a name, a system to names will be assigned to it. So hyphenated names, but we're going to have to research those names. Again, we're creating now a container called U1 based on our Ubuntu image. The IT is giving us an interactive terminal TTY so we can work with it. Once we're finished with it, we can exit. But exiting the container is also going to stop our container. So as we go through and list our containers again, we'll see then that we've got more containers that are starting to build up, but none of them are running. If we create then a new container, here we're calling it U2. But instead of using exit, we can use Control P and Q. And that then just allows us to leave the container running. So as we go through and list our containers now, we're going to be able to see that we have running containers. So this just gives you an idea of how our images go to make our containers and what happens when we execute a container and how to try and keep our containers running. The best way we're going to learn, of course, is by moving out to our command line and getting some great hands-on experience. And as always, I strongly encourage that you go along and run through the demonstrations with me. But we're going to come back in our next clip, so we've got plenty of time to run through many different demonstrations on managing our containers.